Hi everyone. Welcome to your latest episode of Quarantine English. It looks like I made a mistake with the video, so I'm making it again. That way, you guys can actually hear sound. Um, it's Tuesday, April 14th. Believe it or not, we've been doing this for a month now. April 13th was our first day out, and at this point, we've been going for about a full month. A couple of you asked me and said that you liked that I was giving updates on the coronavirus because maybe you don't watch the news or you don't know, you don't have the news at your house. So I'm just going to give you some updates. Right now in the United States, there's 584,000 people who have the coronavirus, which that number is about 5 times as much as any other country in the world. So our president still thinks he's doing a great job, though. Uh, at the same time, almost 24,000 people have died as a result of the coronavirus. Now, that may not seem like that big of a number, but I want to put this in perspective a little bit. Um, if you do 584,000 divided by 20, or 24,000 divided by 580,000, or 24 divided by 580, you figure out that about 4% of people are dying from this. Now, to give you some perspective as to how that compares to, say, the flu. So with coronavirus, about 4% of people are dying from it. With the flu, about 0.01% of people die from it. So to put that in perspective a little bit, what that means essentially is that if 10,000 people got the flu, one person would die. If 10,000 people got coronavirus, 400 people would die. So you can see how that's a big difference. It's a really, really big difference. And you're starting to see that this is not something that we can mess around with. Because if you start looking at we got 300 million people in this country. If you start looking at 100 million people getting it, that means 4 million people are going to die. If you go all the way up to 300 million, everybody gets it. That means that you're going to have about 12 million people that are going to die. The other problem, though, then, is so many people are sick that the hospitals just aren't going to have the ability to help people. So you probably would see that rate of people dying go up because the hospitals just wouldn't have the capacity to help people. So that's why it's so important that we keep on doing what we're doing. I'm looking at the news right now. A lot of people have said this will be over May 1st. We can get back to normal, but I'm looking at the news right now, and a lot of what they're saying is that May 1st is going to be too early. We're going to have to go longer than that. So, keep on doing what you're doing to pass the time. I recommend you guys try things that maybe you haven't tried in a long time. For instance, like my wife and I, we've been working on puzzles. Okay, I know that sounds stupid and boring, but it's something to do. It passes the time, keeps us busy, and that's that. Um, so let's segue into what are you guys doing today? You guys basically got one assignment today. Okay, so you are going to write a blog post. Go on blogger.com and post a blog post. And what you're going to do in that blog post is you are going to let me know how you're doing. Now, last week I asked you the same question. You don't have to rehash everything, but give me an update. Is there anything you need? Do you have any questions about this whole situation? Anything? What's the meaning of life? Ask the questions. If you've noticed, I've been responding to all of your blog posts and videos at the bottom in the comments area. So I'll answer whatever questions you have. If you have questions about the coronavirus thing, I'll answer to the best of my ability. Um, so how are you doing? What's going on? How's your family doing? Just an update. Um, do you need anything from me? Any of that stuff. So that's one paragraph. Your second paragraph, I want you to actually write about two things. In your second paragraph, I want you to tell me, A, what is the one thing that during this lockdown phase that you're doing that you like that you probably wouldn't be doing if we didn't have this lockdown? So think about, is there anything you're doing? For me and my wife, that's puzzles, okay? It sounds stupid, but we wouldn't be doing puzzles if the lockdown didn't exist, okay? We just wouldn't, okay? I haven't done a puzzle up until now in like 25 years. But we started doing puzzles. It's kind of fun. It passes the time. So I want you to think of something. Is there anything in your world right now that you're doing that you probably wouldn't be doing otherwise, but you're kind of enjoying, okay? The second part of that question is I want you to tell me, what are you looking most forward to getting back to? Okay, what can't you wait to start doing again? Okay, meaning when this is all over, what are you looking forward to? So, blog post, those are your questions. I wrote them on Google Classroom. We're good to go. Take it easy. Bye-bye.